start off this week, we're joined by head coach Seb Hines, headed to Louisville. Just give us the initial thoughts. Do you expect the matchup to be on Friday night?
A physical game. I think what Bev's done in the last 5 or 6 games is implemented a different style of play. You know, a very aggressive, high-pressing team now, and they've had a lot of success with it. They'll be wanting to bounce back from the last result against Kansas and try and finish this period on a high leading up into the summer break.
I guess kind of going off of that with a high pressing team for you guys like to build out of the back and really, progress from back to front. How do you kind of feel that kind of plays differently, I guess?
Well, we've got to value the ball. I think we've got to recognise how to find the outlet and the space that they leave. I think if we move the ball sharply and get them to commit to their press, it should leave us a lot of space in behind or in front. And so, yeah, it's been adaptable to what they give us. They may change a whole style of play again, game plan leading up into this game, and so we can't be off guard with that. We have to play what the opponent gives us, and so we'll be ready for both scenarios.
I was going to say, we've talked about this a bunch of times. Just you prepare for one thing, you see them change, you see them adapt, and then all of a sudden they're coming in with such a different outlook. How tough has that just been for you as a coach this year, for just being as adaptable as necessary for these games, and especially on the fly, being able to make those changes?
Well, I think it's the quality of players that we have here. I think, a lot of compliments need to go to the players to be adaptable and be open-minded. Previous years we've always had a game plan and stuck to that game plan, and then, the opponents always stuck to their game plan, so it's been predictable in recent years, but now going into this year, it's been a bit harder and more difficult to kind of predict what the opponent's going to do. So again, with the players, they have to be open-minded to find different solutions to exploit the opponent. And so, yeah, although Louisville have high-pressed most teams leading up into this game, they may have a different strategy against us, and we have to be ready for that.
Just in the last couple of games, you've been able to get some players some rest, bring them on off the bench. Just how important is that, just being able to rotate players and having those fresh legs, especially on the road for the last couple of games?
Yeah, it's a bit of both, really. It's important that players take their opportunity when they get the opportunity to come in and play and reward themselves, whether it's an assist, a goal, a clean sheet, whatever it is. But also we have to play the challenges of this league, and the travel is definitely one. Different environments, different services, and that's why we've got such a great squad here, because we can rely on anyone at any given time. Whether you're a star or a player coming off the bench, everyone knows that they play a big part in what we're trying to achieve now. And so, yeah, it's been new as well, because previous years we've always kind of played the same team and rewarded the team, but this year we've had a target on our back. We're doing a lot more travel, it feels like, this first half of the year than previous years, and so it's a relentless league, and you have to be mindful of the players and how they're feeling, and fatigue can kick in with both the travel and the physicality of the league. So yeah, it's been challenging for us, but we've managed to find some good run of form in the last 3 games, and we want to finish this period on a high again with 4 wins in the last 4 games.
Kind of speaking of that period, you have this last game and then you go on a month-long break essentially from games. Just how important is it to finish on a high note, especially just kind of momentum-wise of mentality, players going into a long break, going off a win?
Yeah, for certain players, but other players are going on international duty as well. There's obviously a mid-season tournaments all around the world, and so yeah, of course we want to finish this period on a high with 3 points. I think if we reflect on our first half of the year, I think there's been some outstanding performances and maybe haven't got the results that we deserve or the scoreline that we deserved. But yeah, to finish this period with 4 wins out of 4 will be a pleasing first half of the year. And yeah, it should set us up nicely for the second half of the year, which will be even more challenges coming into it. But again, getting players fit, ready, is going to be important, that we have that last push towards the end of the year.